Generalize the following in books of A. These transactions are independent of each other, the point number 1, 2 and 3, and we are doing it for the sake of practice. So let's start. On 1st February 2012, S informs A, we are writing books of A, so S informs A that N's acceptance of rupees 30,000 endorsed to him dishonored and noting charges paid rupees 300. So let's understand what parties है इसके अंदर, and the question is related to endorsed bill getting dishonored. So first of all, tell me who is N. N has accepted the bill. That means N was the drawee of the bill. Okay, and S, A के पास वो bill आया, A gave that bill to S. So A is your endorser and S is your endorsee. And S informs A that N's acceptance of rupees 30,000 endorsed to him dishonored and noting charges paid 100. So S is the endorsee. उसको वो बिल मिला था लेकिन वो बिल डिसऑनर हो गया. So what will be S in books of A? In books of A, S will again become the creditor. Earlier A had given S the bill and thought the liability was over, but that bill got endorsed and then it got dishonored. So A, in books of A, S again become creditor because A is now liable to pay S. So S is the creditor. And what about N? From N, A will have to again collect money. So in books of A, N will be the debtor. So what do we do? Debtor को डेबिट किया जाता है और क्रेडिटर को क्रेडिट किया जाता है. So on date 1st Feb 2012, since all these transactions happened and S informs A that N's acceptance of rupees 30,000 endorsed to him dishonored and noting charges paid 300. So again N becoming debtor. So N's account debit. By total, see 30,000 and 300, noting charges will also be recovered. So 30,300, N's account debit to S, creditor, to S account. To S account being 30,300. And your narration will be N's acceptance endorsed to S dishonored and noting charges paid by S. So we are crediting S account by 30,300. Okay. Now moving on to point number 2. On 25th February 2012. So point number 2, on 25th February 12, recovered 30% of the amount due from private assets of Shashi. That means Shashi must have become insolvent sometime and now recovered 30% from the private asset who was declared insolvent against a bill of rupees 10,000 accepted by him. Okay, so 10,000 was outstanding from him. The same bill was dishonored on 25th 2011 and noting charges paid were 200. So it is not only 10,000 that has to be recovered, but 200 noting charges also has to be recovered. So total 10,200 has to be recovered, correct? So total 10,200 to be recovered. And now for receiving the money and bad debts we have to do the entry. So A again here is drawer. And Shashi the drawee. So we have received some amount 30%. So your entry will be bank account debit. Then your bad debts account debit. 70% is your bad debts then. Means A is bad debts. 30% you recovered of outstanding. 70% is bad debts. And the balance to Shashi. And the total amount being 10,200. And 30% of 10,200 comes to 3060. And bad debt 70% of 10,200 comes to 7,140. So this is all for point number 2. And now the point number 3. So 3 is continued, see. Point number 3. On 31st March 2012, A renews her acceptance of rupees 9,500 to Bijal. Now read very carefully. A renews her acceptance of rupees 9,000 to Bijal. Who is giving the acceptance? Here A is giving the acceptance because A is renewing her acceptance. So A is giving the acceptance. And when A is giving the acceptance, tell me in this case A is the drawer or the drawee. The drawer writes the bill and the person who accepts the bill is the drawee. So A in this case is drawee. If you take it as drawer, you will do the wrong entries. So now pay attention, read carefully and then do the problem. On 31st March 2012, A renews her acceptance of rupees 9,500 to Bijal by paying a check of rupees 4,500 and accepting a new bill for 3 months for the balance plus interest at the rate 12% per annum. So the date here is 31st March 2012. Okay, so since renewal of bill is there, so old bill must have been cancelled, then interest ka entry and then new bill ka entry. Whenever old bill is cancelled and a new bill is made, we have these 3 entries to be done. So cancellation of old bill in the books of drawee. See, when we make a bill, we credit bills payable. Now we are cancelling it. So what do we have to do? Debit bills payable and credit the drawer. So your first entry here will be bills payable account debit. How much? 9,500 का bill था. So bills payable account debit to Bijal the drawer. So to Bijal. Acceptance given to Bijal's new bills renewal, that you cancel the old bill, and the second entry will be your interest ka entry. Interest is mentioned here. How much interest? Do the calculation. See, Bijal is paying check of rupees 4,500. So do the calculation. 9,500 में से 4,500 is given in check. And the balance will be bill. So 5,000 will be the bill amount. Now what will be the interest? See, 5,000 ka bill and see interest is 12% per annum. See, 12% per annum for 3 months. So 12 by 100, into 3 by 12. And that comes up to 150. So entry for interest will be interest account debit. As interest will be your expense, you are the drawee and you have to pay interest. So interest account debit 150 to the drawer Bijal. So cancellation of old bill entry done. Now interest due entry done. Last entry third, and that is of paying the cash and the new bill. So Bijal's account debit. To cash bank. See, you have given a check. So to bank, and check is given of 4,500. And to the new bill. So to bills payable, that is 5,000 you had to give, right? 5,000 in bills and the 150 rupees of interest, that also has to be paid. So 5,000 plus 150, 5,150. And Bijal's amount total 9,650. And how it came? Total bills amount was 9,500 plus 150 interest you calculated, 9,650. So this is all for the solution presented to you by aforaccounts.com.